what you heard, let's you heard. We eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad. Pull up like parades on parades, extra with the slab. Pay what it call for the tab, extra with the band. Young Cruiser King better.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the New York Jets and the Kansas City Chiefs. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Returning from his end zone is Barner. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Jets. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Ray McCloud. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Chiefs. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, opposite team be looking across our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored the answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Returning from his end zone is Barner. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. A man from nearby Wichita, it's Breece Hall. That's a room to run now. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's McCloud from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The Chiefs at 9-2 to start play. And they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And then he's Kansas City. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Booker is on target. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Returning from his end zone is Barner. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
103 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. On second down, a run with Hall.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Finding room at midfield. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 16 more on that one and another first down. Now Mahomes. And this one's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. He has already cracked the century mark in receiving in this opening quarter. They go play fake. Mahomes looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back. Drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. That is caught by Williams for a Kansas City touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Returning from his end zone is Barner.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Throwing is Wilson. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
They will find Davis. That's complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson going for the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On 1st down, Mahomes. Touchdown! Nicole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Returning from his end zone is Barner. And get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it. But I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
There's Wilson to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And they move this all the way down to the 9. On play action, it's Mahomes. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not.
The red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy Reid wants a second opinion.
Man, that was some bullshit.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick.
And the Jets are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now Wilson on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, and the Chiefs are going to get him. So Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Mahomes now on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Mahomes going to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Booker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Returning from his end zone is Burner. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Extra point by Booker is on target. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Returning from his end zone is Barner. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well send a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
Now Wilson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Caught left side, Hopkins.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue.
Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break them.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Jets are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
Here's McLeod from his end zone.
Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. 30. 10. 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Again, Albert Gordon, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Butker now to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. Try this again after the kick return TD. Here's yet another kickoff.
Returning from his end zone is Barner.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
A gain of 3, second down. Now Wilson. Uncorks one for Davis. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
And the Chiefs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Now here's Mahomes.
Outright and brought in by Moore.
No gain on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And, that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
Now it's Mahomes again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Because it's been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Hopkins, the man in motion right. On third down, Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Open man here is Conklin.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, Wilson. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Wilson going to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Returning from his end zone is Barner. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
The 3rd quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10.
Here's Wilson. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game.
Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
But he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula's not working.
142 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll run with Hall.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. On the move to his left. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away.
Returning from his end zone is Barner. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was...
But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, You can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. The one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen?
And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Returning from his end zone is Barner. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And finally, he's out of bounds, but not before a great return. He's all the way inside the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. John Franklin Myers able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Jets are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him. After this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Brought down by Willie Gay. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. from the shotgun. Wilson. This is caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. How about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
And the troops rally.
Exactly. Getting back there, making the tackle, and not giving up 2 points themselves.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number.
It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down after a very nice game. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this